Hey, there's your Wisconsin wine guy. Welcome back to another Sake Sunday. Hey, I'm starting to really get into this whole sake on Sunday thing, this has been fabulous, just tasting sakes again, then sharing my discoveries with you. These are sakes again that I purchased through an online retail called Tipsy Sake. Lots of great sake there. I'll put the notes, the link down inside the description. But I think I'm going to probably start incorporating sakes that you can find in your stores. For those who are new, again, sake, most people thought of sake, even myself years ago, oh, that's rice wine. But it's not wine at all. It's more like a brewed item, simple ingredients, very pure and natural product. Been brewed for thousands of years in Japan. So water, rice, and koji. Koji is the yeast or the mold in order to ferment the sake. Okay, conversion, fermentation, just like wine, but this isn't a wine, more brewed. So today, I have a couple of snacks here. I always try to do my sake. I'm going to do the tasting, do the sake with some snacks, something different, something usual. I haven't had it together before, but I'll give it a try and see what I think. All right. So we're doing a Fukuju Blue, all right, Fukuju Blue, Junmai Ginjo. Now, for those who remember Junmai Ginjo, you have the levels Junmai, or Fukushu, regular sake, Junmai, Junmai Ginjo, Junmai Dai Ginjo. Okay, so we're right in that midsection, and it's all separated. The quality level separated, by rice polishing ratio. That's after the mill of the outer core of the rice, before you get down to that white center. The closer to that center, the more pure, the more expressive the sake is going to be. The quality level. This is going to be a rice polishing ratio of 60%, 15% alcohol. Again, Junmai Ginju, Fukuju Blue. Now, interesting thing about this, this is brewed by the Kobe Shushinkan brewery, out of the Hyogo Prefecture. So interesting thing about this bottle, it's a UV type bottle, to prevent, that light from penetrating and aging and discoloring the sake, So this is, again, when we talk about Ginjo and Junmai Ginjos, they're more delicate, more fruity, more floral, more light, and especially more light and dry. Sometimes it can be really bone dry, some can be just, medium dry. So you want to serve those, cold. You can try room temperature, but you want to serve those like cold or chill, just to accentuate, the acidity and the fruitiness of the sake. So let's give it a try. The sake, the Fukuju Blue in the UV blue bottle. Okay. Give that a pour. Now I like to have my sake in wine glasses. Now you can have it in a wine glass, you can have it in a true sake glass, but I like to have it in wine glasses. I think it's pretty cool to do that, to have it in the wine glass. So get a look at that sake. Okay, now some sakes will be clear, some will have like a yellowish hue to them, and sometimes even a little greenish hue. So this one is going to be coming out, more clear with just subtle, looking through the light, just subtle colors of yellow inside. On the nose, here. Oh my gosh, oh wow, that's pretty fruity. Ooh, wow. It's amazing. We're talking about rice. How can it smell fruity? The water itself, the type of rice is being used, the koji, and just the quality, the craftsmanship of the brewmaster. Wow. Wow. So this is you subtle notes of floral in the background when you go deep with the nose. But the first initial nose is sweet fruit. Subtle melon notes, more melon, sweet fruits, soft hints of a citrus note, but then floral, way on the finish. And then it comes through more violet, but floral on the finish. But then it comes through with a little bit of the rice. It's very, very subtle. So this is like almost like a fruit bomb on the nose. Now, it's a two-step process, just like wine. I want to taste the wine, I want to taste the sake, rinse it throughout my entire mouth to get a feel for the sake, cleanse it out, and then taste it again. Wow. This sake has a richness to it. I mean, you can feel the weight, on my palate, on your mouth when I just tasted that. Comes in fruit, just like the smell is like very ripe and fruity. It comes on the palate, just ripe and fruity as well. Wow, that's phenomenal. That's a phenomenal taste. Now, let's give it a taste. Wow, it really is like biting into a melon. Really nice, very rich. You can see this going with, you got the nice acidity. You can see this going with something fatty, like cheeses, a nice charcuterie plate, with lighter meat. It can be something even a little more flavorful, meats, subtle spicy meats as well. Very nice. So I'm going to be having this with pretzel sticks, also made in Wisconsin, and a sharp cheddar cheese spread made in Wisconsin as well. So we're going to see how this is going to go. I like to grab things, and just on the spur of the moment say, hey, I'm going to try this with the sake I'm going to be doing this Sunday and see how it goes. And so here we go. Let's pour some of these out here. Pretzel sticks. So a pretzel stick, I'm not really much of a pretzel eating kind of a guy, but there's a lot of people that really love pretzels, but this is not so much for me. But we have salt here, so I'm going to do this in 2 steps. I'm going to taste the pretzel, then taste the sake, and see how it's going to work, with the wheat from the sake and the salt. Here we go. I mean, again, that richness that exists there in this sake. I mean, you totally get the weightiness and the richness of that sake here. Oh, that did pretty well. I expected it to have a negative effect, with the salt. It's a pretzel, right? I expected it to have a negative effect on the sake, but it didn't. And let's try it with the sharp cheddar. Now that should be interesting, because I would think of myself going with this more with maybe a blue cheese because of the fruitiness of the sake, or some white cheeses, or goat cheese maybe even. But let's see what happens with this sharp cheddar. It's pretty good. So the acidity in the fruit's going to work with that spread. I have to do that one a second time. Because here's what happened. It came in, the acidity came through, cleansed my palate, which is nice. But then it's like that fruit and the richness and the creaminess of cheese and the richness and creaminess from the sake, they like played so nice together. This time I'm just going to lick the cheese off of the pretzel. Wow. That went great together. So there you have it. Looking for a snack to go with your sake? Pretzel sticks or pretzel rods? Cheese spread, in my case a cheddar cheese spread. Give it a try, see what you think. There you have it. Your Wisconsin wine game on this sake Sunday. I'm going to enjoy this Fukuju Blue. Again, down below in the description, the link to Tifte Sake, where you can purchase this. And as always, I want to say to you, let your palate be the guide when selecting your sake. Kanpai!